Call the meeting to order. Let's do pledge of allegiance. There it is. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, public comments? All right.
I was standing.
Anything, okay. I need a motion to approve the minutes from February 25th.
Motion.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Carries. Any correspondence?
No.
None. Okay, F1 chair report. I have nothing to report at this meeting. Joe is absent for this meeting, so we do not have a council report. Mr. Fagan is absent, so we will not get a FHS building report. Architect report. Chris, you're there?
Hi, can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for letting me join remotely. I have an AIA fundraiser event in East Haven tonight and realized I'd never be able to get here in time from Farmington, so I appreciate the flexibility.
No problem.
In terms of architect's report, and a lot of this is general contractor report also, that they're done with the majority of the clean demo. The abatement has finished. And so now that that's cleared, our design team has been able to get back into the building. This is where we see some of those surprises of a 100-year-old building that's been touched over the decades and many different construction projects, and discover what's different than anticipated, what was hiding behind walls and ceilings. And, we're finding some of the ordinary things. We found a beam and 2 columns that we did not know existed. We found some discrepancies with some of the ductwork that was documented previously, but nothing out of the ordinary. And our design team, we had, I think, 6 individuals out there today. Our mechanical team will be coming back out to the field to work hand in hand with the mechanical contractor and sheet metal fabricators to work through some of the ductwork items. So we're taking a very active role at this time to troubleshoot, try to resolve any surprises as no cost items, or keep them as minimal as possible if there are change orders. So this is probably the toughest part of the project, at least for us, maybe not for the contractor, but trying to work through a lot of these questions as things get uncovered. But again, nothing extraordinary, but certainly items unexpected, which is why you all can carry the contingency into construction for this reason and others.
Thanks. Any questions for Chris?
Chris, this is Jack. When you come up with these changes, you'll run them by everybody, I would imagine, so you can see what they are.
Correct. Yeah, we're having still bi-weekly meetings on site.
Good.
In the trailer, and we discuss, even as soon as these items come up from the contractor side, they raise the topic, even though it might not turn into a change order. It goes onto the change order log, just so we can continue to track it and work through it as a team. So yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, KPE, what do you guys wanna fill us on?
I'll just start at 30,000 feet. Tony
Okay.
Mancini, echo Chris's comments and agree with everything Chris said. From a overall perspective, job is flowing well. We're done with the majority of demo. We're done with abatement. Clear has passed. So that's ongoing. I'll load in the building tomorrow with framing materials. The framer was out last week, right? How's the owner? So anticipate tacking all the floors sooner than expected. So I think Russ, that schedule is going to move in a couple day good direction. Kidding aside, it looks like it's moving in the right direction. Started planning out our rough ends, and Mark and Nick will talk a little bit more about the 3 week look ahead and what we got planned for the next few weeks. Chris mentioned some things that come up. I think one of the things that we looked at afterwards, Chris, was that opening that leads from the hallway to the new elevator location. There is some structural concerns there I think you guys know about, so may call it a 7-foot opening. I'd have to shrink down a 4-foot something unless we do some structural changes, but we'll take some pictures, RFI, and maybe next field visit. You guys could take a look and see if that works, but we'll keep you guys abreast of anything that changes, happens like that real time, so we can. But I just want to touch a little bit on 3 week.
So 3 weeks just over is where, like Connie said, framer is starting on site tomorrow. They get the rough framing going. We'll be packing 3rd floor first, and a couple of days we'll be dropping to the 2nd floor with another crew. And starting Monday, but I should have another crew on site starting the 1st. I'm getting the rough framing going. We're currently removing all the old windows out of the building and boarding them up for now. So that way there we can complete the removal of all the abatement items that we've done. All my MEPs are on site right now, laying out and going through all their locations and what they need. Like Chris said, as things pop up, we ask Chris for his direction and what we do to make sure we stay in the same path of what you guys want. The other items that we've got that we're doing right now is the old elevator is being removed out right now. So that should be done by the end of this week. So that definitely will be the final inside of the building. Based on that, kind of right now, we're looking to start the addition area mid to 3rd week of April. So we'll be starting that area and that get going in that area. Trying to think what else went through with Chris. Pretty much that's where we are for the next few weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. Hopefully it's us. It's still pick up in case.
Yeah, I think, Mark, we also looked at picking up some time on, we're gonna do some permanent steel work in place down the basement. We're gonna start saw cutting those piers, getting that steel cut. Be working out with the steel guy instead of the demo guy. Pump us ahead of schedule a little bit on the structural steel interior, out of hand work, out of hand digging, that kind of stuff. So we're looking at some avenues, how to pick up some time safely on the schedule and still contain. Nick, anything you want to add?
No, I covered everything.
Okay, so last month, besides remediation efforts and all that, it's gone well with you guys. Okay, no pickups.
There was just the little ones that we brought up before.
Yeah,
I'm just curious, where's the new elevator versus the?
It's on the west northern side of the building.
Yeah.
So if you drive by and go to the parking area, it's right there in the back.
Yeah, they're familiar with the tents.
Yeah,
It's right there, tents, just walk right into those.
Yeah, where the new-
Yeah, entrances.
and you were saying, if I heard it correctly, that there might be an issue with the,
There's some structural, constraints that are there now from the
Yeah.
hallway into the opening. And again, I'm guessing, I think we talked about 7 foot something.
Yeah.
It may have to shrink a little bit without doing any.
Just on the 2nd and 3rd.
But we'll take a
Of
look
the
at
elevator?
When you walk out of the elevator, the corridor is 7 feet wide. Getting to the main new corridor or the existing corridor that runs east-west, there's a lintel with 2 columns or 2 masonry
Supporting
columns
masonry walls.
supporting it.
So you may
Shrink
adjust
down
the
to-
opening to
to
keep
shrink
those
down to
columns.
4 feet.
yeah,
That's-
So we can keep the
Or-
corridor.
Without having to change.
Yeah, yeah.
and some lentils. We'll go.
and going from 7 to 4 is,
So you're still within code. You need 36 inches for ADA access to go through. I'm gonna get furniture and stuff in.
I think you'll be okay with that. It's just, once you get past that.
4 feet or is it the?
4 inches.
The finish will be about 4 foot.
and I'm curious, because I'm trying to envision.
Your elevator's only 42 inches with the door open.
And that's fine for wheelchairs and
Yes.
things like that. That was a typical issue with
I
you.
kind of went over that today with Chris.
Okay,
And he's aware of what we have. Like I told him, I uncovered where the lentils are and the beams.
mhm.
So we did that today.
Did that today and size that they have up there is just barely by the opening that's there existing now. So to change it out, carry the steel that's above would mean going further and tearing the walls apart and it's more structural work.
Makes a bigger deal. I just wanted to make sure it was okay for wheelchairs and those.
Yeah,
types.
it'll be all code compliant. Chris, I think you'll agree with that.
Yeah, they're not gonna build anything.
No, I don't think you're gonna build something out of compliant at all.
Yeah.
Just wanted to envision.
So you basically have a 4-foot opening instead of the 7-foot.
Yeah.
But if the corridor goes back to the 7-foot, people would.
We had so many issues with that old one. No. Couldn't get a wheelchair, couldn't get anything in there. Thank you.
No cutting corners. Okay, financial subcommittee report, Sherry? Did you guys need to meet at all?
Not today, but
Yeah.
Chris was not able to attend, so we reviewed the two bills that we have and we couldn't approve anything, but we did review them.
Okay,
We're gonna get on the schedule.
yeah, that's, this review for a good session. Excellent. Okay, all right, thank you. Kathy, financial report. Stephanie, Kathy.
So the financial report had a little bit of a revamp. Instead of being on one sheet, we have individualized cover pages for each of the vendors. So there's 2 invoices on tonight's agenda. The first one is for Silver Country Valley. It's the same information that's on it. This kind of mirrors what we do with the Farmington Grade School Building Project. It shows their full contract amount and the amendments to their contract, any budget adjustments, and then we'll show you the balance after the pending amount. So it's kind of a real time update in here. So there's one for Silver Country Valley and there's one for KBE, this being their first payment application. So that's kind of the new look that it has going forward, but it's the same information. The 2 invoices that are on tonight have been reflected in these.
Yeah. This board.
That's the Italian and Valley.
We're gonna have one that's gonna look like this.
That's the reason. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kathy. All right, so we're gonna go to G1. I need a motion to approve the following invoices that are listed below.
Motion to approve the following invoice package as presented.
Okay, I need a second.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
I can walk you through these. So
Yeah.
the first one is an invoice from Silver Country Valley. This is construction administration for the month of February, so professional services, February 28th. This is typical. This is Chris reviewing RFIs that come through, submittals, and attending the OAC meeting. So this invoice is in the amount of $22,000. And then the second invoice, this is KDE's payment application. This shows all of the subcontractors, their schedule of values, and then anything that's billed against it for this period of time. This is through, so it's February through 2/28. So you'll see the subcontractors that were active during this time, like for selective demo and assessment statement. This is reviewed by the architect. Chris signs off on them. We review them internally when they're still considered a pencil copy before they're signed. And then the contractor signs off on them as well. And then the finance subcommittee reviews it. So this is in the amount of $640,259.36. This is really, these amounts fluctuate month to month depending on what type of work is being done, how many subcontractors are on site. So it's hard to gauge what the monthly amount will be, but I think once it gets going, the number kind of moves up a little bit, but a lot of eyes have been on this. And that's really the invoice for this one.
Okay. Good chunk of money to start spending. Okay, any questions on the invoices listed below? Okay, all those in favor state by saying aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Any other business, I would say our schedule, so that would be April 2nd meeting date.
So yeah, we're scheduled right now for April 8th. and April 22nd.
So we're gonna go with the 22nd.
So we've been saying the second meeting of the month, so I think there's a reason for us to meet on the 8th, I don't think there is one. So I think we're okay to cancel the meeting on April 8th, and then we'll meet again on April 22nd.
Second.
22nd or 30th, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
It's early.
All right. Anyone else have anything they'd like to discuss?
This can be right in front of me, but I'm curious, will we see the balance? You know, as we're going along, something that shows us kind of where we are in the big picture of what was approved.
We can put a spreadsheet like that together. It kind of is a snapshot of each individual contractor, so the whole thing, so we can try to work on something that,
I don't want to give you extra work. I was just curious at different points that we could just kind of see
Yeah.
where we are
I'm sure we
with
can
our
come up
big
with
picture.
I would say you'd be able to take the KBE number and,
we can do a summary.
yeah, exactly.
We could also look at contract amount billed, balance too.
Right.
Okay, so, and if you guys want us to do something, that, just transpose those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not,
we can do that for you, but it doesn't include the soft cost.
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
talking about our big picture that.
Maybe once we get into a role here, this, yes.
Maybe we do have the contingency clause, we don't have, any new change orders that would draw that down, but that's another, that's built into the overall cost as well, so we could do a summary.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. All right, then on that note, all I need is a motion for adjournment. So moved. Need a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thanks.